Welcome back, Bucktooth Buckos. OldManTup coming at you today with our Week 1 team builder against the Alolan Athletics, coached by Hoodlum Scrafty, aka Callum. Now, let's do a quick rundown of his team in case you're not familiar. He is rocking Excadrill, our first round draft pick and our franchise mon for the last 2 seasons. Tyranitar, great. I love those two together. We had them, well, Mega Tyranitar anyways, in Season 5. Rotomwash, Shaman, Crobat, Emboar, Druddigon, Aromatisse, Sableye, Snorlax, and Espeon. Now, some of the things we see when we're comparing the two teams. Team for team, Curse Snorlax is a problem. Another thing we really got to worry about is Emboar. Emboar gets really good coverage and hits everything really hard. So we got to keep an eye out for that. Those are two of the biggest threats on his team. So this is what we're going to do about it. We have Noodle, not Angel Hair Linguini, because he is thick. Thick Noodle. He is shiny this week because he likes that Alfredo sauce. Likes to get his glisten on. A little bit of extra oil on the side. Extra butter. He is Assault Vest, Regenerator. Now, we got pretty decent coverage across the board against his team on this mon. Earthquake hits a lot of things. Knockoff, Utility, Sludge Bomb, because he's going to be bringing Aromatisse, because it's the only thing on his team that stands in the way of Hydreigon just going nuts and wrecking shop. So he's going to be bringing that. So we definitely need the Sludge Bomb because it'll probably try and switch in and set up on this. We got the Leaf Storm getting huge damage on Tyranitar and Rotomwash. So there we go. We got the set rocking right here. Got 220 hit points, 220 defense, which lets us easily take 2 hits from Excadrill under Sand with Life Orb, if I remember our calculations correctly, and we dump the rest into special defense because bulk is bulk. Moving on to the flagship of the Pittsburgh Pirates, the captain, Black Pearl, the Hydreigon, rocking Life Orb, Levitate. Not gonna bring a Z Crystal this week. I don't think we need it, and Life Orb helps us in a lot more situations. If we were to bring it and make a last minute change, it would be Steelium Z, because it's the only thing we really need that much more to hit with on the Flash Cannon between Tyranitar and Aromatisse. But we have Superpower for the Tyranitar and Flash Cannon almost always to hit KOs Aromatisse. So bueno. That's why we're doing that. Life Orb, Levitate, rocking that Draco Meteor, because Life Orb Draco Meteors, once the likes of Aromatisse are gone, pretty much destroy his team. Flash Cannon for the aforementioned Aromatisse. Dark Pulse, because it does relatively decent damage for everything that we don't hit, plus it's stab, and it does flinch possibilities. Running a mix set this week, bringing the Superpower because it hits things like Snorlax for extra damage that otherwise we wouldn't be able to hit. Also Tyranitar and Excadrill that don't get hit as hard by our other moves. Well, the Ives are obviously perfect because Hydreigon is perfect, just like its coverage. And the EVs we're distributing 76 into attack, which, if I'm not mistaken, guarantees OHKOs on the things we mentioned before, outside of setup. 252 in the special attack, because dropping Dracos like a boss. Then we have the rest of speed, which gives us just enough speed to outspeed unboosted things that are lower than us. I forget which speed tier we were hitting with that. I'm going to guess it was a Rotomwash, because it's the next fastest thing to, or Excadrill outside of Sand. One of those two. They're pretty close. So next we're going to bring out Shatter, and he is named Shatter because he shatters the hearts and dreams of all the pretty ladies around the world. Nidoking, Life Orb, Sheer Force, our Stealth Rocker this week. Possible lead against his team because it hits a lot of his stuff really well. Also going to be Bring in Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, Earth Power. Again, almost perfect coverage on his team. I mean, it hits everything for neutral. Very few things are left without a super effective hit. Mainly being Sableye, Snorlax, and Espeon. But everything else gets hit really hard. I guess there's a few other things that are just neutral hits. But anyways, we're doing 188 speed because I forget we were speed creeping with that. I think max speed Emboar, like a Jolly Emboar. I believe that's what the next closest speed to us. Yeah, maybe. But it's fast enough to outspeed unboosted Emboar or unscarfed Emboar. The rest in special attack because hitting things like a tank. Next, we're going to be bringing out Hitmontop. Hitmontop really fits well with the defensive core we have this week, and it stands up really well to a lot of his physical offense outside of Crobat. So, we're bringing Hitmontop this week. The Intimidate is invaluable, and a price cannot be put on it because it stops Excadrill from being +2 after a single Swords Dance when we switch in on it. Plus that Mach Punch. Just getting all the juicy damage. Rapid Spin got toxic because Aromatisse will probably be a switch into this thing because even Bullet Punch does negligible damage. Gyro Ball's even worse because Aromatisse is actually slower. So that isn't going to work. Bringing that Rapid Spin in the event we need it. The team isn't really weak to rocks this week, so it's not a huge thing, but have it in the back pocket just in case we need it. Toxic for the aforementioned Aromatisse, and Close Combat just for damage if we can live. We have enough bulk, 252 in the hit points, just enough in defense, a little bit of speed creeping here on the things that want to speed creep and unspeed invested Hitmontop. All the rest was just kind of distributed into the defenses, mainly so we can switch in, take 2 Earthquakes, and just whale it with something. With the Excadrill. Next, we're going to be rocking Kevlar, the Mon that I've been waiting forever to use in draft format. Scizor, Choice Band, Technician, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Superpower Knockoff. Again, nearly perfect coverage across his team. Nothing goes without a neutral hit. And not a lot of things on his team want to switch in to a banded U-Turn. It just claims souls. So, yep, we jumped the gun and forgot the EV distribution. 60 in the hit points. Gonna be rocking 252 Adamant. All max attack. And we're running a speedy Scizor this week. So we don't get speed crept by an Adamant Emboar in the event that's what he wants to run. And yeah, so fun and things. Next, we're going to be going on to Chandelure, the pick that I think is going to just turn heads this season and destroy some faces. Chandelure, we're rocking that Cobra Berry this week. Why are we rocking that Cobra Berry this week? Because he has Tyranitar that switches into anything we can hit it with and laughs in our face and then crunches us or pursuits us as we try to switch out. Cobra Berry, along with a little bit of bulk, gives us a really nice switch in and out to it. Or, a switch out to it. We don't want to switch in. That's no bueno. Both stabs wreck our face. But it allows us to stay in, hit it with something on the switch in, and then switch out without fearing the pursuit. Running Flash Fire this week. I really don't see him running any subsets on his team. Unless he wants to be like super ultra cheeky with Aromatisse, but that would be insane. Page out of my playbook. But anyways, what we're doing with the rest of this, like I said, a little bit of bulk here. 28 in the hit points. Max special attack modest because we don't really need the speed based off the speed tiers this week because after 80, there's a huge drop in the speed on his team between the tiers. There is nothing at 80, and the next closest thing is 65. So we don't need a lot of speed in order to outspeed the next fastest thing to us on his team. So, like I said, modest max special attack. Even modest max special attack energy balls to Tyranitar with minimal bulk investment in the sand does less than 25% damage, which is sadness, because we have 145 special defense, or special attack. But that is why we're anticipating Tyranitar to switch on us, and we're bringing the Will-O-Wisp this week. So anytime we get Chandelure in, and it looks like he's going to switch, we're going to click Will-O-Wisp every single time, and we're going to burn whatever comes in and thinks it can beat us. So, yeah. And that will actually give us the opportunity to drop an energy ball and gauge the damage and help us figure out what set he might be running on Tyranitar. Because Tyranitar, not gonna lie, is probably one of the most versatile mons as far as having the most usable sets on his team. Everything else, I mean, there's a few things, but a lot of stuff is cut and dry on his team. But that Tyranitar can be run in so many different ways. It worries me, because I love Tyranitar and I know what it can do. But anyways, guys, this has been the Week 1 team builder for the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Alola Athletics, I'm sorry, I keep saying Alolan. The Alola Athletics, and hopefully we'll be coming out giving Mr. Callum, aka Hoodlum Scrafty, a thorough spanking, and welcome to the GBA. Alright guys, let me know what you think about the team in the comments down below. Is there something I overlooked that I need to be worried about? We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.